Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day I bid to all. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Yeah, I am Nurul Aiman together with my friends today, Zuriati Imani and Yogamala. We will try to explain some virtual memory tutorial regarding replacement algorithms. So let's start. So here is the question. Consider the following page reference string. Here the page string. How many page faults will occur for the following replacement algorithms assuming 3 frames? Remember that all frames are initially empty. So we will tackle this question in 3 different algorithms: FIFO, LRU, and OPT replacement. So firstly, page fault happens when access to a page is marked invalid due to page address is not present in the memory. So the first one, FIFO replacement algorithm, which is short form for first in, first out. The second one, LRU, least recently used. And the last one, OPT, optimal page replacement. So let's go to the first algorithm first here. FIFO replacement algorithm for 3 frames. So FIFO, first in, first out, is the simplest replacement algorithm. When the page needed is not available inside the frames and the frames are already full, page fault will happen and the frame which holds the oldest page address will be replaced. So let's start. For the first 3, because we assume at first all the frames are empty, we just insert them to empty frame respectively. Then at the fourth one, we start to consider the algorithm. So for this case, if you can see that frame 0 holds the oldest address, which is page 1 for this case. So page 4 address will replace here. So the page 2 and 3 addresses are okay in a respective frame because we are not bothered with them for the time being. We just need to change and replace the frame 0 content. Moving on. So page 2 address is already inside the memory, precisely in frame 1. So page fault did not happen and the process can be carried on as usual. So next one, same case here. We will replace the oldest one. Again, same case. Page 2 replace page 1. Page 1 replace page 5. You can see the how long the page address is already inside the memory. Here and here you can see it. Next, again page 2 already inside the memory, so page fault did not happen. Page 3 is being placed at frame 0. Page 7 replace page 2. Page 6 replace page 1. So if you can see, actually the pattern here, the pattern will go diagonally down like this, except for the case where the address already inside the memory, then the pattern will not be there because we did not change anything. But when we want to change it, it will just go down diagonally like this. So moving on, page 3, yeah, already inside frame. Page 2 replace page 3. Page 1 replace page 7. Page 2 again already inside the memory. page 3 at frame 2. Like you can see the pattern, right? Ignoring this one because page fault did not happen here. And finally, page 6 will replace page 2. Total page faults equal to 16. Okay, the size of the string here is 20. So the empty here means page fault did not happen. So we just minus it. 20 minus 4 equal to 16. FIFO algorithm may be the simplest one, but it is not efficient because the overhead cost is really high because of the number of page faults. So another two algorithm is better, and my friend will talk to you about that later on.
LRU is a technique that is used to replace frames that is the most least recently used. For example, if in this example, first we put 1 into frame 0, and then we move into string number 2, which will be put into frame number 1 because there is still some space, and then we continue with string number 3 that will be put into frame number 2. So we have 3 frames here. So as we move to the next data, which is string 4, there is no additional frame because we only have 3 frames. So 4 will be replacing one of these strings that is the most recently least recently used. In this case, which is 1 is the most least recently used, whereas 3 is the most recently used. So 4 will replace 1, and 2 and 3 will remain as it is, and then it proceeds to string 2, which is already exist in frame 1, so thus it won't be replaced. And then we proceed to string 1, where here in this case 4 is recently used, and here 2 has already been checked, so 3 is the least recently used, so 1 will replace 3, and then followed by 5. Here in this case 4 is the most least recently used, so this is why 5 will replace 4, and 2 and 1 will remain. Okay, and in the next string 6 is not available in any of the frames, and it will replace 2 because 2 is the most least recently used. 5 and 1 is recently used, and thus it will go on and on. The same case here, where 5, 6 and 1 is available in frame 0, 1 and 2, and 2 is not available in any of the frames, and 1 is the most least recently used in when compared to 5, 6 and 1. So 2 will replace 1, and 5 and 6 will remain as it is. So the same cases goes here, where 5 will be replaced by 1 because 6 and 2 is recently used, and it goes on and on, same case. So if you notice, 2 will not be replaced here because 2 is already been available in frame number 2. So whenever a string is available in a frame, it will not be replaced, and same case here. So here in this case 6 has been least recently used because it has been the longest, if you can see, and 1 and 2 has just been used, so thus it will not be replaced. And it goes on again. 7 replaces 1, and here in this case 6 replaces 2, and it goes on. 3 is already available in frame 1, so thus it will not be replaced. Okay, and then it goes on. 2 replacing 7, and then 1 replacing 6, and then 2 will not be replaced because it is already in frame 0, and even 3 will not be replaced because it is already in frame 1. But last but not least, 6 will be replacing frame 1, and 2 and 3 will remain as it is. So least recently used replacement technique will replace the most least recently used. So one that is recently used will remain in the frame and will not be replaced. So the total page fault is, we just need to count the one that has content in the frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So their total page fault is 15.
For the third and last algorithm, which is optimal page replacement or OPT, the operating system will swap out the page whose next use will occur further in the future, meaning that replacing page that will not be used for the longest period of time. In this algorithm, we use the same example as the previous one. We have the same reference string as well as the number of frames. Okay, let's get started. Okay, the first page will be put into frame number 0 as it does not available in any of the frame. The same as page number 2, it will goes into frame number 1, as well as page 3. Okay, it will goes into frame number 2. Okay, for the next page, swapping will occur because we can see there is no page 4 in any of the frames. So the operating system will check with the string for the same number currently in the frames, which is number 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we can see that page 3 located the farthest from the current page, which is number 4, meaning that it's far from being used. So it will replace number 3 with number 4. Okay, number 1 and number 2 will remain as they are. Okay, for the next page there will be no swapping because number 2 already in the frame. Okay, the same as number 1. Okay, the next page which is page 5, it will replace number 4 in the frame 2 because as we can see in the future string there will be no occurrence of page 4, so there will be no next use for page 4. Okay, the next page 6, it will replace page 5 because page 5 also no more for the next use. Page 1 and 2 remains. Okay, the next one there will be no swappings because number 2 and number 1 also already in the frame. Okay, the next one for page number 3, it will replace number 1 because number 1 located farthest in the string. Okay, for the next page, which is page 7, number 6, 3 and 2 are be compared, and number 2 will be replaced as it located further. Okay, and then page 6, there will be no swapping, as well as number 3. Okay, for the next one, number 3 and 6 are be compared, and number 7 are being swapped because number 7 are no longer in the string. Okay, the next one, number 2, 3 and 6 are being compared, and number 6 are being swapped with number 1. So in the frames, now there will be number 3, 2 and 1 respectively. Okay, then number 2, there will be no swapping, as well as number 3. Okay, in this last page, as we can see that number 6 is the last page in this reference string. So the swapping will follow the FIFO algorithm because there are no more reference address to look for. Okay, so there will be number 3, 2 and 6. Okay, to conclude that compared to FIFO and LRU algorithm with total page faults of 16 and 15 respectively, OPT only has 11 page faults. Okay, and that's what replacement algorithm in memory management is all about. Thanks for watching.